Once upon a time, in the quaint seaside town of Weston-super-Mare, there stood an institution that promised the world, a place of higher learning known as University Center Weston. Oh, how I was lured by the siren call of academia, the allure of intellectual pursuit, and the dream of a bright future. But alas, my dear friends, this tale is not one of triumph, but of a most profound and lingering disappointment. I arrived at the hallowed halls of University Center Weston with a heart full of hope and a mind eager to absorb the wisdom of the ages. Yet, from the moment I stepped through the grandiose entrance, something felt amiss. The air was thick with the scent of broken dreams, and the walls, once vibrant with the potential of youth, whispered secrets of neglect. The lecturers, my supposed mentors, wandered the corridors like lost souls, their eyes devoid of the spark that ignites the flame of knowledge. They were consistently unprepared, their disinterest palpable, as if the very thought of imparting wisdom was a burden too heavy to bear. They mumbled through lectures, their words as empty as the promises made during those fateful open days. It was clear their passion lay not in teaching, but in the selfish pursuit of their own research. How cruel fate is, to dangle the carrot of enlightenment only to snatch it away with such cold indifference. The facilities, once boasted as state-of-the-art, were nothing short of archaic. Classrooms were cramped, lacking the essential equipment that is the lifeblood of learning. The library, a treasure trove of knowledge in my naive imagination, was severely understocked, its shelves crying out for the volumes that could have set my mind alight with wonder. The campus felt neglected, a relic of a bygone era, more akin to a further education college than the beacon of academia it claimed to be. Oh, the support system, or should I say the lack thereof, was a tragedy of Shakespearean proportions. To seek help was to embark on a quest as futile as searching for a needle in a haystack. The student union, the supposed voice of the student body, was as invisible as a ghost in the fog. And when it came to finding work experience, I was left to fend for myself in the vast wilderness of the professional world, with naught but a mocking echo in response to my pleas for guidance. The course structure was a labyrinth designed by a madman, rushed and haphazard, as if time itself was a luxury we could not afford. The content was as relevant to my desired industry as a typewriter in the age of smartphones. Each lesson felt like a cruel joke, a tick-box exercise devoid of any real substance. The career's advice was a farce, a jest that only the cruel-hearted could find amusing. The teaching quality was shockingly low, a stark contrast to the lofty standards I had been led to believe. The lecturers were more focused on their own research than actually teaching, leaving us students to navigate the murky waters of academia alone. It was as if they saw us not as individuals with potential, but as mere data points in their relentless pursuit of publication. As the days turned to weeks and the weeks to months, the reality of my situation became painfully clear. I was but a mere cash cow, a source of funding for an institution that had long since forgotten its true purpose. The promises made, the dreams sold, were nothing but castles built on sand, washed away by the relentless tide of indifference. The communication within the establishment was akin to a game of telephone, where messages were garbled beyond recognition, leaving us students constantly in the dark. Important information was always delivered late, if at all, and the sense of being constantly out of the loop was a heavy burden to bear. The emotional toll of this academic charade was immense. I found myself grappling with a pervasive loneliness, a yearning for connection and understanding that was never to be. The persistent ache of a broken
Businesses near University Center Weston-super-Mare feel like a practical joke. The sea plays on landlubbers, they look close on the map. But once you arrive, the punchline smells suspiciously like the inside of a sewage pipe. Start with the shopping. In Weston, the word center is used generously. The sovereign calls itself a shopping center the way a broken clock calls itself a timepiece. It is technically correct twice a day. The rest of the time it is just wrong in public. You glide down the glass lifts expecting retail therapy, and instead inhale something that reminds you of a forgotten nappy. By the time you reach the toilets, your shoes have that same sticky hesitation. A small boy named Billy ran out of there wearing modern art brown stripes, and nobody, absolutely nobody, was surprised. Empty units stare at you like missing teeth. Even the clock has given up, its hands frozen in a shrug that says, "Why bother?" The only thing that moves is the security guard, whose hobby is evicting pensioners from lifts with the tenderness of a bouncer tossing driftwood. If you dream of a Mark Spencer oasis, wake up, it is surrounded by pound shops and the smell of dreams slowly composting. When hunger strikes, you will meet the local restaurants, a collection of menus that lie with the confidence of a politician in campaign season. Meze Mazi swears it is Greek, the food swears it is not. Your chicken kebab arrives wearing a cheap synthetic tracksuit and tastes like it has been jogging through a chemistry set. 4 lonely prawns lounge on a plate as if waiting for a taxi that never comes. The squid sits in red water politely called tomato sauce, but tomatoes everywhere would sue for defamation. 1 forkful and your stomach files for divorce. 48 hours later, you are still in food poisoning court, giving testimony from the bathroom floor. Portions shrink faster than a wool jumper in a hot dryer, yet the bill expands like a magician's handkerchief. You leave lighter in wallet, spirit, and will to live. Should you prefer plant-based penance, Love's Cafe offers vegan cuisine served with a side of existential crisis. The opening hours are a mystical concept. The website says Tuesday, the door says go away, the chalkboard says try your luck. When you finally get inside, the cups carry last week's lipstick fossils, and the glasses look like they have been rinsed in disappointment. A single burrito takes 40 minutes, time the chef uses to stress sweat into the salsa. The tomato chutney is a cold tin of chopped tomatoes that forgot its purpose in life. Even the tomatoes feel awkward about it. They will swipe your card without telling you the total, a contactless magic trick that makes your bank balance disappear. 1 customer fled after an hour's wait for 2 tacos that never arrived. The tacos, I imagine, are still on the runway waiting for clearance. Nightlife. Club Vision promises vision, delivers collision. The bouncers treat every patron like a piñata. Hit first, ask never. 1 designated driver who had touched nothing stronger than tap water was dragged out in a headlock, punched unconscious, relieved of his phone, watch, wallet, and self-respect. His girlfriend tried to intervene and received a free throat squeeze against the wall, a service not listed on the flyer. Another girl's drink was spiked. The staff reaction was to eject her solo onto the pavement, a fragile parcel left on the doorstep of the night. Age policy is decided by mood, not birth certificate. If the doorman dislikes your aura, you will be exiled, whatever the digits on your ID. Inside, the music throbs, the lights flash, your face stings, and you suddenly remember you have a family who loves you. Best go home before they forget. Even the spa cannot save you. Beauty Oasis has the word oasis in the name, much the way a desert has the word dessert, similar letters, opposite meaning. The rooms are so compact that a wheelchair user must perform a 3-point turn just to sigh. Treatments happen, but the memory is like a dream you cannot quite recall, pleasant, vague, and gone by checkout. So if you are staying near University Center Weston, pack patience, probiotics, and a polite but firm sense of self-defense. Assume posted menus are works of fiction, opening hours are riddles, and every price is negotiable upwards. Bring hand sanitizer the way sailors bring life jackets. You hope you will not need it, but the sea is rough and the toilets are rougher. And if
businesses near University Center Weston Supermare, you know, some of them are not so honest, like they trick people, especially tourists who don't know better. It is sad, really. Like there was this one time, shops here were selling fake designer stuff bags, sunglasses, perfumes, all pretending to be real. Tourists would come, see the prices, think they got a great deal, but no, it was all fake. And not just fake, but dangerous too. They even had fake medicines like pills that could make you really sick. Imagine buying something thinking it's real and then nothing, or worse, you get hurt. The police found so much of it, thousands of fake things, worth so much money if they were real. But they weren't. The men doing it got caught, but not even real punishment, you know. One got some community service, the other just a suspended sentence. And the tourists, they probably went home, realized they got scammed and felt so stupid, but it's not their fault. They just wanted a nice souvenir, something to remember their trip. And now, who knows if it's still happening? Maybe other shops learned, maybe they didn't. But if you're visiting near University Center Weston, just be careful. Some places look nice, but they may not. And it's not fair because people just want to enjoy their holiday, not worry about being tricked. Another thing, some shops here, they sell things that seem too good to be true. And guess what? They are tourists come, spend their money, and leave with nothing real. It's just sad. You work hard, save up, and then someone